this is our new car, and the hood's open, which is never a good sign. Thankfully, well, okay, I was gonna say thankfully I don't think it's that bad, but I don't know what it is yet, so it could be that bad. I think our battery is going out. We had problems starting the car when we first left to Galveston 2.5 weeks ago or whatever it was. Didn't think anything of it. I thought I just left the door open. I had to jump start it. Wasn't a big deal. Well, then we start smelling sulfur gas like crazy. It smells so bad, like rotten eggs. And so I thought it was a catalytic converter, which it still could be. That's why I'm like, I don't know if it's an easy fix or not. But then I saw the battery boiling over, and I could get some of that sulfur smell coming from the battery. You can actually see here where it's boiled over, and the battery is actually like bulging. Maybe we'll be able to see it a little bit better when I pull it out. So I quick Google searches, catalytic converter smells like rotten eggs, and a bad battery that's exploding also smells like rotten eggs. So fingers crossed it's just the battery. It's still like a $200 or $250 for a new battery, but it's way cheaper than replacing the catalytic converter. So fingers crossed that's what it is. We also, like when we were driving, all of the electronics in the car would shut off and then come back on. So I'm thinking it's probably a battery issue. But I'm going to get this pulled and take it, and hopefully they have a new one for us. Before we get too far into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to Ridge Wallet for sponsoring today's video. Father's Day is just a couple days away, and if you are still struggling to figure out what you should get your father or your husband for Father's Day, this is what you need to get. The Ridge Wallet holds up to 12 cards, is RFID blocking, and is just a much better, sleeker design than, you know, the big bulky wallets. Ridge Wallet also offers key cases to hold together all of your loose keys. Guys, I was not sure about this, and now that I have it, I absolutely love it. We actually ordered a couple more of these because I want some for all of our different sets of keys. It is so much more convenient, so much more slim, and it holds up to 6 keys. So if you guys are looking for an amazing Father's Day gift for the fathers or the dads in your life, Ridge Wallet has got you covered. You can use the link down in the description, ridge.com/Theeldredgefam, to get up to 40% off of your order. Thank you, Ridge Wallet, for sponsoring today's video. Very interesting how they have that set up like that. But here's the battery. Yeah, it ain't looking too great. Looks like it was a 2018, so it's 5 years old, so it's probably due. We'll take it and get it tested, make sure that it is actually bad. I'm assuming it is, because it's all boiled out all over the top of this thing. All right, I got it pulled out. There's a little bit of corrosion on the positive terminal, so we'll get that cleaned up for the new battery. But y'all can probably see that battery is pretty puffy. So I'm giving that a 9 out of 10 chance that that battery's bad. All right, well, I got Maverick down. Harvey's the only one still up, and Mars is kind of taking care of him. So, man, there's no wind, y'all. It's not very common for Oklahoma to have no wind. So now I'm actually on my way to go pick up the new battery and get that installed in the car, and we'll go test drive it a little bit and see if that really was a problem, or if it is going to be the dang catalytic converter. Woo-wee! We got storm rolling in now. We got these afternoon thunderstorms the last couple of days. Pretty nice, actually, because we obviously need the water, but they come out of nowhere. Oh, let's go test this battery, but I'm pretty darn sure it's shot. All right, well, sure enough, one of the terminals wouldn't even connect, they said. And then when it did connect, it said that it was only like running at half power or half the volts, or I don't really understand electricity, but the battery was half working. So yeah, battery was completely fried, which fingers crossed then somehow that was giving us the sulfur smell instead of the catalytic converter. So, we'll go get it put in though. We'll see what it does. Oh, look who came to welcome me. Oh, hi, Goose. Hi. You miss me? You miss me? All right, let's get this battery installed. Actually, let's go get Marcy her food. Man, y'all, Brahms takes forever. Oh, that's all right, though. It took me like literally 30 minutes in line, 45 minutes. But we're back now. It was raining there. Thankfully, it hasn't started raining here yet. But I got to get all my tools taken care of and get this battery in before it does rain. You coming out to help me, dog? Coming out to help me? Woo! Y'all hear that thunder? Ugh. Your kids were all asleep.
Oh, yeah, so the kids were all asleep, and then the thunder was loud, and it woke up Paxton. Got him back to sleep. I hopped in the shower. While I was in the shower, the power went out, but luckily it just went out for a second, so like I still had water because our well pump is on electricity.
You have to have power to a shower.
So I finished showering, and all of a sudden I listen, and I hear everyone screaming.
Oh my gosh.
Both sound machines get turned off when the power goes off, so their rooms went completely silent. I just spent the last like 40 minutes putting everyone back to bed.
For the second time.
For the second, Paxton the third time. I'm so bugged.
So your battery was completely shot.
Woo.
So we did get a replacement. Wasn't cheap, but it'll work. So we'll get it all screwed on here.
And test it out?
And test it out.
Okay.
All right, moment of truth. Here we go. We've got the computer so we can check the check engine light too. Oh great, where did I put the keys? Well, I thought I had the keys in here. Guess not. Oh my gosh. Did y'all hear how quick that started? It was like strong and powerful and oh, that was nice. What do we got? Tire pressure blinking and no seatbelt blinking and hood blinking. All right, let's close the hood. Take this for a drive, see if we can get it to smell like rotten eggs again. Fingers crossed we can't. That's the whole goal with this. For sure though, the battery was going out, so I guess regardless of this, if this fixes the rotten egg smell or not, we needed a new battery. Well, I guess only time will tell, but as of now, no sulfur smell. So I am blown away with that. I never would have guessed that a battery going bad could cause a sulfur smell. So if y'all ever have a sulfur smell in your car, check your battery. They test it for free at any of the AutoZone, Auto Parts, O'Reilly, you know, all of those places test it for free. So definitely check that first, because that's going to be cheaper than a catalytic converter or, you know, something else, or having a mechanic dig into your vehicle. So pro tip. We'll keep you updated though if that was actually the fix. So far, I think it is, and it was getting pretty bad to where if you drove the car at all, it would smell like sulfur, and I haven't smelled it since. So I am super, super stoked about this. Marcy's gonna be happy too to have her car back. I think just with the timing of everything, the power, you know, I was telling you would go out on the car, and it was sometimes having a rough time starting. We actually had to jump start at one time. I think all of it, I mean, the timing of the smell and the other battery issues all definitely line up. So I'm pretty hopeful that this is actually going to solve the entire problem.
It's 1:30 a.m. on Tuesday, and we woke up, what would you say, kind of like an hour, 2 hours ago? Yeah. 2 hours ago, to Maverick like crying, and we go in and he's gasping for air. We noticed he started to get a little bit sick, I guess yesterday, and he was gasping for air, and we gave him a breathing treatment, and that didn't help. So we called, his doctor's office has a 24-hour line, so we called them. They just had us do another breathing treatment, and she's gonna call back, and we're gonna decide whether or not we take him to the ER tonight.
Alright, here we go. Nothing really improved, so we're out of here. And I guess we're gonna have to take the truck. So I gotta go move the car seat real quick so that we can take the Ford. You could have ride in the white truck. You excited? We're gonna get you feeling better, buddy. Here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so hard, especially for Marcy, because we can't both go to the hospital. This is the first time that we've had to do this with more than one kid. Usually we just all go, but obviously somebody has to stay here with the babies, so.
This is so hard. One of us had to stay back with the kids, and I don't drive good at night, so we sent Crandall to go with Maverick. And it's not like our hospital is close. Like, this is 35 minutes away, and so it's not as easy as getting someone to come here really quick so we can drive 5 minutes away. It's funny, one of our best friends who we would call in an instant, who lives the very closest to us, they actually left out of town today. So they're not even home, so we'd have to call Crandall's parents, or someone else, but that's still too far of a drive to get here in order for me to leave with Crandall. And so he just went. I guess what we're gonna do is Crandall's gonna take him in, and they're driving there right now, and they'll check in and they'll see kind of what they say, and if he's admitted for any reason, that's when we'll call Crandall's parents and have them come up so that I can then go to the hospital to be with him, because obviously we're not gonna leave him there alone, but we can't leave the kids here either, so. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's just, actually, as a parent, like, obviously you worry about your kid, but I've had asthma my entire life, and I've never seen it this bad. To the point where, like, I was scared, and not just as his mom, but like as somebody who's very, very familiar with asthma and how to treat it and what to do. And I'm so grateful for the resources that I do have to help him. I'm so glad that I pushed 7 months ago for his doctor to give us a nebulizer, which is the breathing treatment machine that I insisted that was something that we needed in our house just in case, because I've never been so scared as when I woke up and could tell that he was struggling so bad. Oh my gosh. But I will update you guys when Crandall gets there, and when he lets me know kind of what's going on.
Okay, so turns out he's got croup, which I guess is good and bad. It's not COVID or anything like that. So they're gonna give us a breathing treatment and give him some medicine and stuff like that and watch him for a little bit, and then we'll be out of here. So hopefully it's not too crazy long. They said the breathing treatment should kick in right away. And so that will be nice. It'll be nice to get him kind of relaxed. I'm sure it'll put him right to sleep as soon as he can start breathing good again. So, are you doing okay? You're so sick. I'm sorry, buddy. Should we get some good medicine? I help ya? Yeah. Then we can go home with Mama. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. So we just did the breathing treatment. It like immediately cleared up a lot of the mucus. And now he's kind of basically breathing back to normal, so that's really good. Do you feel a little bit better? Can you breathe good? Show everybody what you got. What'd you get? A ducky.
It's 4:30. I've got like an hour worth of sleep since they left, and they left about 1. I've just been super nervous, but Crandall texted me. He told me that they ended up waiting in the car for a little bit because Maverick seemed to get better. And I'm not sure if he got worse or what happened, but Crandall ended up taking him in. And I'm sure Crandall filmed it, so I'm so glad that we ended up taking him in and that it wasn't just us overreacting. I feel like as a parent, that's something we all struggle with, is to know when to do something, when to actually go to the ER, or when there is an actual problem. And so always trusting our own instincts, and knowing what to do. I just want to hold my baby and I want him back. But I also worry about the kid, the twins, and so we gotta talk and see what we're gonna do so that they don't get him, because they're still so young and we can't do all 3 of them with this. So we have to see.
All right, well, we're headed out of here. You ready to go home? Yeah. Are you feeling a little bit better? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Well, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're headed out of here. I don't even know how long we were in there, an hour or 2. Oh, I'm excited to get home, go to bed. I don't think Marcy slept much, which is a bummer, because that means we both didn't sleep much. But we're headed home. Hopefully go get a little bit of rest. We'll see how long Maverick sleeps. I said he could develop a fever. Hopefully he doesn't. But, fighting to get over the croup. So, he had croup. Don't know if I told you already, but they did the breathing treatment, gave him a steroid of some sort, and he's doing so much better. So, let's get home. We'll catch up with y'all later. Well, y'all, day 2. Maverick's not doing too much better. Woke up last night, ended up going and sleeping in his bed and helping him. Should we go to the doctor today? Yeah. So Marcy says he's got an appointment at 3. I'll go get you some medicine, make you feel better. Do you want to say anything to everybody? No. No? Okay.
Can you say how you feel?
Yeah, you're not feeling it. Sorry, buddy. So Marcy's just getting ready to take him to the doctors. I'm going to carry him out there. Hopefully they'll be able to give him some medication or something to help him get over this. It's been 2 or 3 days now, and it's gotten better, but it hasn't really gotten any better. If you know what I mean. He can breathe, but it's still not great.
And when he lays down, it gets even worse. So,
Yeah, and the
Kendall slept with him
coughing
last
and
night.
yeah, I did end up sleeping with him. So, yeah. You got that ducky last night, huh? I forgot you had it. Are you happy we found it? Where was it?
Let me see. Oh, did they give him that at the ER?
Yeah, at the ER last night. Okay, I love you. You get feeling better, okay? Be good for mama and have a good doctor's appointment. Love you.
Yeah.
I
I love you.
love you. Bye, mama.
Bye,
Oh man, y'all, I feel so bad for him. When I was a kid, I don't know, I think a little bit older than he is. I felt like I was maybe 6 years old because I remember it pretty well. But I got croup really, really bad this one time. I think I ended up staying in the hospital for at least overnight. It might have been 2 days though. And they put me in like this tent, and I did all the breathing treatments, all the breathing machines. It was like a pretty big deal. We like couldn't figure out what was wrong, and I finally got it figured out. And I guess I got sent home because I'm still here. But it was a very, very traumatizing, I guess. It was a bad deal.
I am here at the doctor's office for Maverick. He still isn't better, so I'm taking him into the appointment right now. But we're gonna see what the doctor says today. Okay, we just got checked in. His temperature is at 100.4 and his oxygen level is at 93. So he has croup, so really bad cough, and then a fever. What else? Stuffy nose. Yeah, it's just, you guys know Maverick. He is a very fun, energetic boy, and to see him not even talking is kind of hard. What have you been doing at home? Watching Blippi? Yeah, tell him, what's your favorite Blippi episode? Did you watch the dinosaur one today? Yeah. We're just waiting for the doctor. Sorry, buddy. Our whole thing is he, when he lays down, it gets really hard for him to breathe. So we're gonna see if there's anything else that they can do to help him so that at night he's not struggling as much. Well, I am beyond irritated. The doctor walks in, he hears him cough. He hasn't even looked at his chart or anything, and I was like, your son has croup, huh? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, okay, tell us what happened. I told him that we went to the ER. He pulls up the ER notes and he looks at it and he says, well, this is weird. And he goes, they didn't send you home with a prescription or anything? And I said, no. And he says, normally you treat croup, if it's as bad as Maverick's was, you normally treat it with a shot. Because it's a virus and so normally you treat it with a shot. Well, they did an oral dose, but they only gave him 0.4 of a dose. So they didn't, or 1/4, sorry. They only gave him 1/4 of a dose. And so he didn't get the full medicine in him, which is why he's not recovering at all. And so they've ordered the new medicine in. He just told us to watch the twins. If the twins start having symptoms, to bring them in because it will affect them a lot more. He said if we were able to give Maverick the shot, he would be clearing up within like 3 hours a lot of the times. But because they've already started the oral, we can't give him the shot. So we have to go back to the oral dose. So now I am just going to Walgreens to pick up his medicine, and Walgreens is the only pharmacy in town that takes our insurance. And if you guys remember, I hate this Walgreens. When I had mastitis with the twins, it was the worst experience of my life, and so I'm hoping that it goes better right now. I pulled up to Walgreens, I asked them for my prescription. They said, oh, we haven't filled it yet, we'll fill it, come back in 20 minutes. And then he goes, that's if we have it. Why does this happen to me? Why does this happen to me? Okay, so we're pulling back into Walgreens to see if they have it. If they don't, I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't!
A few moments later.
He didn't say anything. He just walked away, and now it's been like 10 minutes. Literally didn't say anything to me. I just said the name, and he walked away. So I'm hoping they have it. They definitely didn't have it filled. It's the next morning. We ended up picking up his medicine and being able to give him about a dose and a half. Since then, we can't get him to take it. So if you guys have any tips or tricks to get 2-year-olds to take liquid medicine, I'm all for it. Every time I took liquid medicine as a kid, I always threw it up. So like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But if you guys have any ideas, let us know down below in the comments. We will keep you updated as he gets better. He did do a lot better last night. He has more energy today. It's good to see him like wanting to do stuff. Like he just wants to go outside today, which he hasn't even wanted to do for the past few days. But thank you guys so much for supporting us, for liking, subscribing, commenting. It means the world to us. We're so grateful for you. Have a great day, everybody. See ya.